Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on YouTube, the place where y'all can find my raw and uncut emotions about the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL as a whole, 24/7, 365. And as long as I'm alive, y'all know I'm always DC for life. Whether it's the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel or this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows that I am DC for life. But with that being said, we're going to talk about more than just the Dallas Cowboys on this podcast. We're going to talk about the NFL as a whole. So if you've been rocking with me on the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel, continue to rock with your boy on the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to what we do here, because what we do here is follow the Dallas Cowboys as well as talk about the NFL. And y'all can get y'all raw and uncut off in the comment section. Boy, I tell you, we got a lot going on in the NFL this coming weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and it starts on Saturday night. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it starts Saturday night, so we are going to take a look at the lineup of games, the lineup for the finale of the NFL regular season. We're going to take a look at them and just talk about them, break them down a little bit. There are some that I may know more about than I do than others, but y'all rock with me. This is coming straight off the dome. No scripts, no stuff like that. It's just me talking to you NFL and Dallas Cowboy fans. But with that being said, y'all gonna see me looking off to the side, looking up at my screen, things like that. But I just want to get all the information, all the stats, all the data that I need in order to bring you guys a good show, an informative show. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the second episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast. And how every Angry Cowboy fan knows, if you join my lives or whatever, you know that we're rocking together. We're building together. I make mistakes in front of you guys. Shoot, the other time, a few days ago, I went live and I was talking and the mute button was on. Whew, boom, wow. So, I just want to let you guys know that you're going to be rocking with me. You're going to be growing with me. We're going to figure things out. Like right now, the podcast is exclusively on YouTube because I don't know how to put it on any other major platform. So if you know how to do that and want to lend a hand and give me some advice, please put it in the comment section. Or you can go on Facebook and follow the Angry Cowboy Fan Facebook page and we can chat there. You can slide up into my DMs or whatever, but make it appropriate. All right. So yeah, we're going to talk about the lineup in the NFL. Right now, I don't know the AFC. Actually, let me go ahead and look that up. I want to see the playoff picture for the AFC because that is going to tell me some stuff real quick. Let's check this out. So on the AFC side, you do have the Steelers in the hunt. And this coming up week, the Steelers unfortunately face the Baltimore Ravens and the Texans face the Indianapolis Colts. Both of them away games. And tell you the truth, Mike Tomlin, I see you and I hope and I wish the best for you, but CJ Stroud and the boys going to come up, going to go into Indianapolis and handle business. And you guys got to go to Baltimore to face the potential MVP of the league, the best team in football right now. Y'all got to go face the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a long day for you, but you're 9-7. So that means you get to hold on to that streak of winning every season over 500. You don't have a season that has been under 500 since you've been coaching in the NFL. And I got to applaud you for that. For real. Got to applaud you for that. That's super dope. Unfortunately, you're on the bubble and you're going to miss the playoffs. But with that being said, add some pieces to that team and it's a wrap. If you add some pieces to that team, it is going to be a wrap. They're going to be a really good team and the Steelers are going to be in the conversation for going to the playoffs and potentially making a little run in the playoffs, but anything's better than not going to the playoffs. But I see the Texans, and I believe with the Texans, that's a win and you're in scenario. So if CJ Stroud can take the boys up to Indianapolis and face, oh man, it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain. Like I said, there is some great games that are coming up. Oh my goodness. I'm ready for it. Y'all ready for it, NFL fans? Y'all ready for it, Cowboys Nation? Y'all let me know in the comment section. And we spoke about those two games. So the first game on Sunday, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers, the 8-8 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The playoff potential Buccaneers are facing the lowly Carolina Panthers. It's a shame. It is a shame what's going on in Carolina. Man, Bryce Young, one thing that I don't want people to do with Bryce Young, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't bust this guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't make Bryce Young a bust, because he's not. I don't know what's going on in the NFL nowadays, but it really seems as if you guys just expect people to come out of college and get it. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've never played in the NFL. Don't get it twisted. I've never played in the NFL. I have played football. Go watch my videos. But anyway, I just see that these players, these individuals, some don't learn on the same level as others. Like, Bryce Young might not learn on the same level as a CJ Stroud, or a Trevor Lawrence or a Justin Herbert. A lot of these players are not plug and play. We're seeing that on the Dallas Cowboys with Mozzie Smith. It's not just bloop, plug him like a USB and he works like you want him to, like an elite NFL nose guard. Like, come on, you need to give Mozzie Smith some time to develop. You need to give Bryce Young some time to develop. Get some pieces around this man. Get him a legitimate defense and a nice offensive line, and I believe he will learn that system and get better as a quarterback and lead the Carolina Panthers to a playoff game. I ain't saying that they're going to make it to an NFC championship or a Super Bowl, but I believe that Bryce Young has the talent. What he showed in that Dallas Cowboy game, he has the talent to lead that team to some victories. More victories than 2-14. Come on, Carolina. Get it together. But we're going to move on to the next game. The Battle of Ohio. The Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I always say Bengals, like bang, bang, but it's Bengals. Oh, man. Cleveland, they're 11-5 right now. They're doing their thing. They went to the couch and got Joe Flacco. Like, how do you do that? He came off the couch chilling with his children watching Nickelodeon or something, and it's like, hold on, I gotta pull open my shirt and go play Superman for the Cleveland Browns and their carousel of quarterbacks. He is doing the thing. Him and the connection with him and Amari Cooper, we miss you, bro. Come on, we miss you. But their connection is, it's playoff perfect. You know what I'm saying? It's playoff ready. So I think, and let's check out let's go ahead and check out the playoff picture again. The Cleveland Browns, they're in. They're in. They are the 5th seed, and the Bengals are eliminated already. Damn. They're eliminated. So they don't have a chance to do anything. And right now, 11-5, they're pretty, well, you got the Buffalo Bills that could, they could potentially move up a slot, right? Yeah, because the Browns right now, all right, you got the Ravens in the NFC North. Okay, there's 2 in the NFC North, so they can't win the division, but number 4 is the Jaguars, so they could tussle with the Bills. They could tussle with the Bills for seeding. Like, if the Browns lose this one, they'll have the same record as the Bills. So, the Bills are in the playoffs though, and honestly, that's amazing. That's why I got them on my power ranking, because the Bills were looking pretty sad at one point, and they just made it do what it do and got their team to be in the playoffs. Like, you can't sneeze at that. That's pretty dope. You know, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they pulled it together. James, what is their running back's name? Jeez, that was the guy that was gashing us up. Let me see. I don't want to say, I keep saying James Jones, and that's the dude on Speak. See, James Cook. Yeah, I keep saying James Jones, but it's James Cook. That dude has emerged, and he has done things for the Buffalo Bills that have placed them in the position to be the 6th seed in the playoffs. So I gotta put them on the ranking, because they were at a point they were about to miss the playoffs because of Josh Allen's play. We covered it on the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. If you want to go check it out, you can go check it out, because I'm comparing him to Dak Prescott this season. But anyway, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving. We got the Detroit Lions hosting the Minnesota Vikings. The 7-9 Minnesota Vikings are coming into the Motor City to try and take care of business when it comes to Detroit. And honestly, Minnesota, we need you to do it. We need you to get it done. As a Cowboy fan, I need you to get that done. Let's see. Minnesota right now, you're 7-9. And if you win, you'll be 8-9, and you got to have the Saints lose. You got to have the Seahawks lose. You got to have the Saints lose, the Seahawks lose, and the Packers lose for you to jump from the 10th position to the 7th. So you need all that to happen. Green Bay is going in to face the Chicago Bears, and I honestly believe that Green Bay is going to get it done, because they're in a win and you're in scenario. The Seahawks face the Arizona Cardinals. Man, so let's just go ahead and talk about these other games so I don't step on my own toes. But you got the New York Jets. The New York Jets are going to face the New England Patriots, and that's always a good game when those two meet up. But both of them are one's 6-10 and one is 4-12, and you know what that means. You ain't going to the playoffs. So it's all about pride in this game. It's all about finishing the season strong, going into the off season, because that's where y'all headed. You're going into the off season, all right, we got something to build on. With the Jets, it's like, we're getting our quarterback back. Aaron Rodgers will be back, and they just got rid of Dalvin Cook. So it's like, they making moves for the future. They making moves to greet and bring back Aaron Rodgers so they can go on that Super Bowl run. Y'all know how the New York Jets defense is. They were pretty stifling at the beginning of the year, and I believe that once they add some pieces, and boom, they're in the hunt again. They're in the conversation for the playoffs. They're in the Super Bowl conversation at the beginning of the season. So the Jets are going to get it done. As far as New England, they're talking about getting rid of their coach, Bill Belichick. Like, come on, y'all. That man has won you Super Bowls. But at the same time, Tom Brady was in town, and Tom Brady was a part of that magic, if not the majority of that magic. That, one could debate that. But Super Bowl winning coach Bill Belichick, you're going to let him go because what? I don't get it. I mean, I know they have a bad season. They had a bad season this year, but they got some pieces to build on. Even if you want to move away from Zappy and what's the other one? What's the other quarterback's name? I'm drawing a blank right here real quick. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Mac Jones. There you go. Mac Jones. Yeah. Even if you want to get off of Mac Jones, if you can get off of Mac Jones. Oh boy. Shut up. I ain't trying to get copyright striked or claimed or whatever. But they're in Foxborough. It's going down. 40 degrees, sunny. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. But right now, Zach Wilson is out of the game. Whoa. They got Zach Wilson out of the game, and he's not returning until February 12th. Well, you ain't returning until next year. So, I think the New England Patriots are going to pull this one out. You know, they like Devontae Parker for the New England Patriots is questionable, but questionable. You're going to play, you know, you're going to play. But that's the New England Patriots game. And so now we move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. Where the New England Patriots game go? Oh, okay. So now we got the Jacksonville Jaguars headed to Tennessee to face the Titans. The 9-7 Jacksonville Jaguars are going down to Tennessee facing the Tennessee Titans, and you're going down there, Tennessee. You're toast. But the Jacksonville Jaguars are at the top of the AFC South. They're at the AFC South, baby. And, you know, a win cannot do you no harm when it comes to the playoffs. You know, just get this dub and go into the playoffs strong. If you lose, your playoff probability drops from 68% to 21%. If you win, obviously it's a 99% chance that you're making it to the playoffs. It's the last game of the season. You're winning. So win and you're in, Jacksonville. Win and you get this. That game's at the 1 o'clock window for Eastern Standard Time. But going into the 4:25 Eastern Standard Time games, and all these times, I'm not going to say Eastern Standard Time after I say it, because I'm on the East Coast. It's Eastern Standard Time. So convert that, please, because I'll be going to Google converting it. But anywho, we got the Seattle Seahawks facing the Arizona Cardinals. And the Arizona Cardinals coming off of a great game against the Philadelphia Eagles last week. I don't know whether they look to continue to be spoilers, but that game, they don't have anything to play for. They were 3-12. You know, they had nothing to play for, and they went in and took care of business when it came to the Philadelphia Eagles. A stunner, a shocker, an upset, a help. For a Dallas Cowboy fan, thank you. We truly appreciate what you did. Thank you, Kyler Murray and Connor and Buddha and every guy down there. Thank you for getting that dub for us, because that put us, Dallas Cowboys, in the driver's seat of the NFC East, and we're going to get to that. But anyhow, with the Seattle Seahawks, I need the Arizona Cardinals to play rough. I need them to win this game, because I don't want the Seattle Seahawks in the playoffs. Did you see how they played the Dallas Cowboys when they came to Jerry's World and we had our head-to-head? I believe the score was 35-31 Cowboys, but they played us super tough. Like DK Metcalf was burning Deron Bland until they made the switch to put Stephon Gilly Rock on DK Metcalf, and it kind of silenced him a little bit. But that is a threat, for real. Coming into Jerry's World to the Dallas Cowboy agenda for the playoffs, the Seahawks are a threat. I think I would rather play the Green Bay Packers. But Arizona handle business. And speaking of the Green Bay Packers, the next game is the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. The Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. And right now, there's a chance of snow and it's 28 degrees for kickoff. Ooh. But the good thing is that the Chicago Bears, Illinois, they're right up there too. They get the cold weather games as well, but I don't think like Green Bay. You know, with that lake air blowing off the lakes. Woo. It's going to be one. So Green Bay is actually a 3-point favorite when it comes to this game, and the current over under is 45.5. So I want to take Green Bay, and well, we're going to go over that. We're going to go over all that, but they got Dylan pushing the rock. Jordan Love has been looking great as of late. You know, there are some stinkers that he put up, but for the most part, year one quarterback, because this is the first year that Aaron Rodgers has been gone and he has been the starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. He has looked okay. He has his team in a position to make the playoffs, win and you're in type deal. So I'd much rather play them first round of the playoffs, tell you the truth, but that's neither here nor there. And Justin Fields, everybody's talking about getting rid of the poor guy. Getting rid of the guy. He is another victim of poor development. He is another victim of the NFL treating him like a USB and just thinking that he can plug and play. You know, oh, you're a top draft. Get in there and win us a Super Bowl. That's not the case. And then you got to put some pieces around him. You got to get him a nice defense. Like, man, shoot, right here on the injury report, it says that DJ Moore is questionable. That's one of his targets. Y'all need to stop doing Justin Fields like that, for real. Let this man get a good team around him, some good schemes, and watch him cook. Because when he played the Cowboys that other year, you could tell that there was some stuff that happened that was poor development. Like when that fumble that happened and Micah Parsons jumped on it, but then Justin Fields jumped over him. That's poor development. Like a coach should have coached it, should have instilled in his head, touch him. If they're down, touch them. So it's down by contact, not jump over them, touch them. So I really think that Justin Fields is getting shafted when it comes to development from these coaches and stuff. Work with this guy. Don't say, oh, he's a bust. He hasn't done anything. What have you done for him to put him in a position to win? Is it him or is it his coaching and his scheme? Like, for real, y'all ready to throw him out. Y'all just ready to throw him out, and it's not right. But, anywho, we are going to get on to the rest of the games. And in that 4:25 p.m. slot, we have the Denver Broncos facing the Las Vegas Raiders. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Denver Broncos are going to Vegas, not to gamble. Nope, not to gamble, but to gamble with that 8-8 record. Will the Las Vegas Raiders, who are 7-9, dish an upset to the Denver Broncos and bring them under 500 for the year? Right now, looking at the playoff picture, the Denver Broncos are eliminated. They're done. They can't do anything to get into the playoffs, and neither can the Raiders. So this is the finale for both teams, and they're going to go out there and play their heart out. You know, they're going to go out there and play their heart out. Honestly, I have. Well, see, I'm going to get to that. See, I keep jumping ahead. I want to get to my predictions, but we're going to go through them, talk about the games. Then I'm going to talk about my predictions. So y'all rock with me, and I appreciate you rocking with me. And if you like the content, if you like what you hear, go ahead, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. Let me know that I'm doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? Let me know I'm doing a good job. Let me know that you enjoy this podcast. And if you enjoy it so much, you can always hit that subscribe button. Yeah, but moving right along at the 425 slot on the East Coast, we have the Philadelphia Eagles going up to New Jersey to face the New York Giants. Man, that is just weird. But anyway, well, I guess we're not the Arlington Cowboys either. But anywho, the Philadelphia Eagles, who just came off of a upset loss to the Arizona Cardinals, and they have given the division to the Dallas Cowboys. The only thing that has to happen, they have to beat New York in their house. They have to come to their house, put their feet on the coffee table, and make themselves at home. They got to beat them, because if they don't beat them, you can't fall further. Let's see. Looking at the playoff picture for the Philadelphia Eagles, you're in the 5th seed. You're in the 5th seed at 11-5. The 6th seed is 9-7. You're good. If you lose the game, you're good. You know, you're not going to fall in any place. If you win the game, you got to hope that the Dallas Cowboys lose against the Arizona Cardinals in order to get that number 2 spot back. And last year, the Washington Commanders beat the Cowboys in the season finale. This year, I think we're going into Washington with a totally different attitude, you know, but we were in the same position you guys were in last year. You know, we didn't have anything to play for. And so it was like, all right, let's just go out there and play. And we got beat. This year, everything is riding on this game. And we're going to talk about that. So if you join the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and join the ACF family, you will be able to go live with me. We'll be able to chat, have classy cowboy conversation, #CCC. We'll be able to have that type of conversation and talk about the upcoming game because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I'm going to do it tomorrow, but I am going to go live to talk to you guys about the Cowboys and Commanders and how important this game is to the Dallas Cowboys. If we should rest our starters, we're going to be talking about that during the live. So make sure you subscribe to the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel and let's rep the DC for life gang. You know what I'm saying? But the next game, Sunday at 4:25 Eastern Standard Time. I said I wasn't going to say that, but hey. The LA Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, the team that Damian Woody and Bart Scott said had a better quarterback than mine, they go in the Lions' den and face the San Francisco 49ers, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew Stafford leading Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua in the Levi Stadium to face Deebo Samuel and Brock so Purdy. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be one for the ages, but I'm going to get into my pick after I get done saying the schedule real quick. Then we got 2 more, for the weekend. I don't know. I don't think there's a Monday game. But 4:25, the Dallas Cowboys face the Washington Commanders. Season finale, 2 years running. And guess who's at quarterback for Washington? Sam Howell, the one that cooked us up in the last game in the season finale of last year. He cooked us up. We can't let him cook us up this time. We can't let him do it. The man has 19 interceptions on the year and 20 touchdowns. We can feast defense, and I don't want to put it too much out in the ether because, like I said, I'm going to be going live on the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel and join us on the live so we can have this conversation together. So I don't want to go too deep into it, but we go to Washington. We know what we have to do. With that being said, the last game of the regular season is the divisional matchup. The Buffalo Bills going to Miami to face the Miami Dolphins. There's so much riding on this game with the Miami Dolphins at 11-5 and the Buffalo Bills at 10-6. If the Buffalo Bills can go into Miami and get this win, they win the division. There's so much riding on this game. So you know Buffalo is going to go in there and do what they got to do. Like, man, it's huge. It's huge. This game has huge implications, just like the Dallas Cowboys game has huge implications. There was a point during the season where we were talking about the Buffalo Bills and if they even had a chance to get to the playoffs. We were writing them off. Josh Allen throwing picks, and I'm over here, comparing Dak Prescott to Josh Allen, even though Dak Prescott this year is better than Josh Allen. But anywho, Josh Allen was at a point where the Buffalo Bills, it just looked bleak. It looked hopeless. And then they rallied. And then they got it together. And then they figured themselves out. They have a good identity on offense as well as defense. And they're in a position to win their division. And with that being the last game, I'm going to go into my predictions for all this, y'all. I'm going to go into my predictions. So, that Saturday game, Houston versus the Colts. So we got the Texans versus the Colts, and I'm going to pick. They're both 9-7. They're both all right teams, but I feel like the Houston Texans have the better quarterback. So I'm going to go with the Houston Texans on this one. Book it. Next game, Tampa Bay versus Carolina. Y'all know I'm going with Tampa Bay on this one. They're going to win this one to seal their fate into the playoffs and have to hopefully face the Philadelphia Eagles in round one. And I believe that they can go to Philly and upset Philly just like the Cardinals went to Philly and upset Philly. So Tampa Bay wins that one over Carolina. We got the Cleveland Browns 11-5 at the 8-8 Cincinnati Bengals. Cleveland has that game all day. They're going to go into the playoffs strong. We have the Minnesota Vikings at 7-9. We got the Minnesota Vikings versus the 11-5 Detroit Lions. As much as I want to go against the Detroit Lions for all that crying and complaining and bitching and moaning that their team's fans and the team did and the talking heads did about that call, I'm going to tell you right now, hadn't it been for that phantom tripping call, the game would have been over. They wouldn't have been in a position to even go for a 2-point conversion. But y'all don't want to talk about that. You want to gloss over that and make it look like the Detroit Lions were the victims. Get out of here. But anyway, I got the Detroit Lions taking this game over the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, it's kind of obvious they're going to go in with a point to prove. They can better their seeding if a multitude of things happen. They got to win. The Eagles have to lose. Well, no. They have to win and the Eagles and the Cowboys have to lose. And then they get the number 2 seed and we fall to the 3rd seed having to face the LA Rams who, like I said, is going to be a spoiler for a couple teams in the playoffs. So I like our number 2 seeding. Let's stay where we are, but the Lions are going to win this game. All right. The New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Did I give a? No, I stopped. I mean, that's a toss up. That's a toss up. Zach Wilson is out for the game when it comes to the New York Jets. So I'm going to give the edge to Mac Jones and the New England Patriots. They're going to finish this game and go into the offseason on a dub. They're going to be 5-12. And no, they're not going to get rid of Bill Belichick. I don't think so. All right. The next game is the Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. You got the 7-9 Falcons going to the 8-8 New Orleans Saints. And if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drop, I believe the Saints. All right, bam, you have at number 4, the Buccaneers at 8-8. The division, the Saints are at 8-8 in the division. If the Saints win and the Bucs lose, the Saints are in the playoffs. That's crazy. That is crazy. So the Saints have to go in and face they have to go in and face the Atlanta Falcons at home. They have a chance to make the playoffs. All they need is Carolina to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I don't think that's going to happen. But Carolina Panthers don't have they don't have a number 2 or number 1 draft pick. So they can go in and actually play this game and go out with some confidence and be a spoiler for Tampa Bay. Ooh, But the next game, the Jacksonville Jaguars going in to see the Tennessee Titans. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars making it to 10-7. They're going to beat the Tennessee Titans and move on into the playoffs with a little bit of momentum, behind them, and it's going to go down. So, the next game after that is the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. My mind's telling me Seattle. My heart is telling me Arizona. I need Arizona to win this game because I don't need the Seattle Seahawks becoming a threat to the Dallas Cowboys. They came into Jerry's World and they handled business. They looked great. Geno Smith looked great during that game. I can't afford them to come back into Jerry's World and test us like that again. So I need the Arizona Cardinals to beat them. All right, jumping to the next game. The Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. I need Green Bay to win it because in my Cowboy logic, Green Bay wins it. We get Green Bay in the first round of the playoffs in Jerry's World. The first time for Jordan Love being in the playoffs, the bright lights, the first time being the starter of the Green Bay Packers coming to face America's team. I needed him to fold in that first round of the playoffs so we can go right to the divisional and face the Detroit Lions, but I'm going to get to that. I hope and I foresee an upset when it comes to that game. The Rams are going to beat the Detroit Lions. Book it. But I got Green Bay taking this game. It is in Green Bay. So they're going to be able to handle business. It's a win and you're in type of scenario. And with that, Jordan Love is going to rise to the occasion. Matt LaFleur is going to call a good game, and they're going to be able to get past the Chicago Bears. Next game, Kansas City. Let's check out the seeding. Kansas City is in the 3rd seed, so they're first in the AFC West. So with this win, let's see, AFC West. There's no other AFC West team out there. You got the AFC North, East, West, and North. 2 North teams in the playoffs. So does Kansas City really have anything to worry about? Yes, they do. They're at 10-6, and so is Buffalo. So right now, Kansas City has the home field advantage. with the 3rd seed. And if they lose today's game and Buffalo wins today's game, Buffalo trades seats with the Kansas City Chiefs. Buffalo becomes number 3 and Kansas City becomes number 6. Not having a playoff game, but still not having a playoff game at home, but still having to face the Buffalo Bills. Ooh. So, Kansas City, I need you to go out there and win. Go win. It's against the LA Chargers, 5-11. We beat them barely, but need you to go out there and do your thing, Patrick Mahomes. Show everybody that you are that elite quarterback. And I know you got some tomato cans trying to catch the ball. Thank you, Chris Broussard. But you got some tomato cans trying to catch that ball. And it's like, man, what do you guys have bricks for hands? Come on now. Come on, catch the ball. And in some of those games, it was raining. But you're in the NFL. You are a professional. You better get some stick 'em on them gloves or something. But I got them winning this game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Moving on, Denver versus Las Vegas. We got the Broncos versus the Raiders. I see the Raiders pulling this one out and being an 8-9 team instead of a 7-10 team. And I also see the Denver Broncos not going into Las Vegas and beating the Raiders. Raiders gonna be riding off some momentum and get the job done. Next game, the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. I see Tommy Cutlets getting it done. I see him getting it done. I see the New York Giants ending their season on Sunday. I see them ending their season on Sunday on a high note, on some promise, on the quarterback controversy between Tommy Cutlets and Danny Dimes. I see that happening. Who would you take? Would you take Tommy Cutlets or would you take Tyrod Taylor or would you take Danny Dimes? Y'all let me know in the comment section. I believe they signed Danny Dimes to a pretty good contract, so y'all might be asked out. But good to know for the future, you know. Once his contract is up, we can move off of him. You know, I'm saying we, like I'm a Giants fan. Ew, I need to wash my mouth out with soap. Anyway, I need the New York Giants to win. Don't allow the Philadelphia Eagles to come in and get a win. Make them limp into the playoffs. They're your rivals. It's the NFC East. There's 2 NFC East matchups on Sunday. We gonna go into Washington and try to make the Washington Commanders pay. We need the New York Giants to make the Philadelphia Eagles pay. Make them question who they are walking into the playoffs. Don't worry about the seeding of the draft or anything like that. Y'all got y'all franchise quarterback. The pieces that y'all need don't need to come at the 3rd and 4th and 5th pick. So go into this game being a spoiler. All right? I got the Giants in that game. All right. The Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. I got the San Francisco 49ers going into the playoffs strong, going into the playoffs confident, beating the Rams in this game. What is it? He who laughs last laughs the hardest. So I got the Rams losing this game. San Francisco is going to pull it out, go into the playoffs strong, like I said. But when they meet in the playoffs, because I believe they are going to meet in the playoffs. And how do they meet in the playoffs? Well, the Los Angeles Rams are going to upset in the wild card round the Detroit Lions. Sorry, Lions fans. I know you feel like you got shafted against the Cowboys, but you're going to get shafted in the playoffs, and the Rams are going to win that game. Rams are going to beat you and go face the 49ers again. And Sean McVay, he's going to get it done in the playoffs. He's going to spoil the San Francisco 49ers. Book it. And if I'm wrong, hey, I'll eat crow. But I got a feeling that next game is the Dallas-Washington game. Come on. Really? I don't even have to go into that because I'm going to go in on it on my live. I don't have to do it here because y'all know I'm DC for life, and there's no way in hell. I don't give a damn if they had Joe Montana and all the all Madden team. I'm not going against my boys. I'm not going for the Washington Commanders. Come on. But anyway, moving right on, that Buffalo-Miami game, I got Buffalo going in there and handling business. I have the Buffalo Bills going into Miami's house, going into the refrigerator, getting their drinks and stuff on their own with no permission. I got them going down to Miami and handling business. Miami's going to go into the playoffs limping, and Buffalo is going to go into the playoffs with a hell of a lot of confidence going to that Kansas City Chiefs game. So, what does that mean? What is the tiebreaker for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills? Is it the Bills because the Bills have the win over the Chiefs? Oh, that's a good question. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm really curious about that. Man, that's a good question. But if you're new to the podcast, by all means, hit that subscribe button because, like I said, what we're doing here is we're growing together. We're going straight off the dome, giving you the raw and uncut, and I appreciate everybody's comments and advice. So make sure you join the Angry Cowboys fan family or join this podcast if you like commentary on the NFL. This is your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan, giving you my picks on the upcoming season finale of the NFL season. The next week, we will be discussing playoff football. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it gets exciting. When are you done? It gets exciting. There is nothing like the NFL playoffs, and I am so happy, I'm so grateful, and I'm so blessed to be here to share it with you guys. But with that being said, NFL fans, Cowboy Nation, and Angry Cowboy fans, this is your boy, the Angry Cowboys fan. I'm out.